In medieval Europe's forests, survival depended on understanding fire and wood. Fire could destroy a village or, in skilled hands, transform timber into something enduring. Timber was the backbone of civilization. Cathedrals, ships, cottages, and fortresses all rose from the forest. People saw trees not just as resources, but as living partners, their secrets passed down through generations. To build for centuries, they respected the material, reading the grain and harvesting at the right moment. This was more than construction. It was a dance with nature, shaping a world from wood. Their legacy endures in ancient beams and silent cathedrals, a testament to forgotten wisdom. This is the story of the medieval wood secret, a journey into lost craftsmanship. Medieval woodcutters waited for winter's deep freeze before harvesting timber. They knew that the coldest months held a secret advantage, one that would shape the strength and durability of their wood for generations to come. Timing was everything. During summer, trees are full of sap, making the wood soft, moist, and irresistible to rot and insects. The sap, rich and flowing, attracts pests and encourages decay, threatening the quality of any timber cut too soon. Cutting in winter, when sap retreated to the roots, meant drier, stronger wood. The cold locked away the tree's moisture, leaving behind timber that was naturally fortified against the elements. This simple act of patience gave their timber a natural resistance to decay. It was a quiet wisdom, passed down through generations, that protected their hard work from the ravages of time. Winter felled wood, dried evenly, resisted warping, and was less prone to infestation. The result was timber that could be trusted to last, forming the backbone of homes and halls. No technology was needed, just observation and respect for the tree's cycle. By reading the forest and understanding its rhythms, woodcutters became stewards of both nature and craft. By working with nature, they ensured their buildings began with the best possible material. Every beam and board carried the legacy of careful timing and ancient knowledge. This was the first layer of protection, a secret whispered by the forest. The trees themselves seemed to offer guidance to those who listened. The result? Timber, primed for longevity, ready to defy centuries of rot. These ancient beams still stand as proof of nature's wisdom and human patience. It was a profound lesson. Work with nature, not against it. The forest rewarded those who paid attention and honored its cycles. The wisdom of the woods began with the timing of the axe, echoing through every timber-framed structure that still stands today. After felling, timber needed patience. Seasoning was essential. Green wood shrinks and cracks. Only slow air drying could make it stable. Logs were cut, stacked with gaps for airflow, and sheltered from sun and rain. The rule: 1 year of drying per inch of thickness, sometimes a decade for a single beam. As moisture left, the wood hardened and stabilized, ready for precise joinery. Unlike today's rapid kiln drying, this slow process prevented brittleness and internal stress. Medieval builders knew you couldn't rush nature. Their patience created timber that would hold its shape for centuries. Seasoning was the quiet foundation of enduring strength. The secret: let time do its work. Not all wood in a tree is equal. Each part of the trunk tells a different story, and medieval builders understood this better than anyone. Medieval carpenters prized the dense, dark heartwood at the tree's core, naturally resistant to rot and insects. This inner wood, formed over decades, was the result of slow growth and accumulated strength. The outer sapwood, full of moisture and nutrients, was discarded as weak and vulnerable. It was softer, more prone to decay, and offered little protection against the elements. Only the heartwood, rich in protective compounds, was used for beams and frames. Its durability made it the foundation of every lasting structure. This selective process meant much of the tree was left behind, but what remained was built to last. Carpenters accepted this waste, knowing it was the price of true quality, Ancient timber frames endure because they were crafted from the best part of the best trees. Centuries later, these beams still hold strong, a testament to careful selection. Builders read the log's story in its rings, choosing only the strongest material. Each ring revealed the tree's age, health, and the quality of its wood. Quality mattered more than quantity. The best buildings began with the best timber, no matter how much was left unused. The secret: use only the heart of the tree for the heart of the building. This principle guided every step of construction. This meticulous selection was the cornerstone of medieval durability. Every beam was chosen with care, ensuring the structure would stand for generations. Wasteful by today's standards, but essential for permanence. The legacy of these choices is still visible in the enduring strength of medieval buildings. To protect wood touching the ground, medieval builders turned to fire, not to destroy, but to shield. They charred the surface of posts, creating a blackened layer of charcoal. This carbon barrier repelled water, fungi, and insects, making the wood nearly impervious to rot. The process required skill. Too little charring was useless. Too much weakened the timber. Craftsmen rotated beams over flames, then quenched them for a hardened shell. Charring was used for posts set in earth or base plates on stone, where moisture threatened most. Fire became a guardian, forging a protective shield that could last centuries. A simple, brilliant use of nature's power. Pine tar was another medieval secret for preserving wood. Made by slow-burning pine roots and stumps, it produced a thick, waterproof antiseptic resin. Brushed onto timber, pine tar repelled water and deterred fungi and insects. It was essential for ships, stave churches, and exterior beams exposed to harsh weather. The scent of pine tar filled medieval shipyards and towns, a sign of protection and longevity. This natural sealant kept wood dry and rot-free for generations. One tree's resin preserved another's life. Pine tar, simple, renewable, and incredibly effective. Medieval builders designed not just for beauty, but for dryness. Timber frames were lifted on stone foundations, keeping wood away from damp soil. Roofs had deep overhangs, shedding rain far from the walls. Buildings breathed. Ventilation gaps let air circulate, drying any moisture that crept in. Exposed beams dried quickly after storms, preventing rot. Every detail worked to keep wood dry, the key to longevity. Their approach was holistic. Structure, design, and material all worked together. No plastic or chemicals, just clever, natural solutions. The result: buildings that endure for centuries. Medieval builders valued longevity above all. Every step, from winter harvest to pine tar finish, was slow, deliberate, and rooted in deep knowledge. Modern construction, by contrast, chases speed and cost efficiency. Trees are felled year-round, wood is kiln-dried fast, and sapwood is used alongside heartwood. Chemical treatments and plastic barriers try to compensate for weaker materials. But when moisture gets in, modern buildings can rot in decades. Medieval structures, built with patience and wisdom, still stand after centuries. The old way invested time for permanence. The new way saves time but risks fragility. It's a shift from inherent quality to temporary fixes. The lesson: slow craft endures, speed often fails. Across Europe, medieval timber buildings still stand, living proof of ancient wisdom and the ingenuity of our ancestors. These remarkable structures have weathered centuries of storms, wars, and change, yet remain steadfast. Their survival teaches us the value of long-term thinking and building for generations, not just for the present moment. Each beam and joint tells a story of patience and foresight. These structures were crafted with care, from the careful selection of forest timber to the final joint, ensuring lasting value and resilience for centuries to come. Today, a new generation is rediscovering these secrets: natural materials, proper ventilation, and time-tested techniques that have stood the test of time. Charring and pine tar are making a comeback as sustainable, non-toxic solutions, offering protection without harming the environment or those who live within. The most enduring technology is often the oldest, refined by generations and proven by the passage of time. The medieval wood secret is about respect for nature, for craft, and for the future. It's a philosophy that values harmony with the world around us. As we walk beneath ancient beams, we're reminded true strength comes from patience, partnership with the natural world, and honoring the lessons of those who came before us. The past holds answers for building a more lasting future if we're willing to listen and learn from it. The strongest foundations are built on knowledge, not just materials, a lesson as relevant today as it was centuries ago.